You are watching CIO TV by Enterprise IT World, a production of Accent Infomedia.
Hello and welcome to CIOTV.live, a sister concern of Enterprise IT World MIA and a production of Accent Infotech Media UAE. Today we are at Gitex. We have been speaking to thought leaders and innovators in different technology areas, trying to get a sense of what this market is offering and what, as a thought leader, they are going to offer to this market. Now I have Mr. Sachin Bhatia, CGO, Chief Growth Officer and co-founder at Exotel. So Sachin, thank you very much for taking time out and speaking to CIOTV.live.
Sanjay, it's my pleasure, and hi everyone. Happy to be with you guys.
Now, how do you see this customer experience changing the omni-channel approach that organization make? What has been the journey or evolution in this space?
So, see, from time immemorial, businesses have customers, and customers will come to you for various reasons, whether it's sales, after sales, or you are reaching out to customers for sales and collections. But the channels and the methods of engagement have changed over time. Also, if you see and take any large industry, let's take banking for example. What differentiates one bank from the other? It's not the interest rate, it's not the loan, it's not the credit card, but it's the engagement that happens with the end customer and the experience and the feeling that you leave after each interaction or conversation. So we believe that, especially in today's time, customer engagement is the last frontier on which businesses will win and differentiate against each other. And given that there are so many new channels that have come in, and with the younger generation, they don't want to visit branches, they don't want to be face-to-face, they want asynchronous communication like WhatsApp, like they talk to their friends. And businesses are being pushed to serve on these channels, automate, keep the cost down, but still have a great customer experience, right? So it's a dichotomy. You spend less but create more experience is the ultimate challenge in front of businesses today. And that's what Exotel is trying to solve, that without investing in hardware, without tying into a vendor, tying into a technology, how can you experiment small? Let's say you want to start one channel for one process, let's say collections, automation on WhatsApp, then a bot comes in, then a human being comes in. How do you evolve it without locking into technology and then build those processes incrementally? And Exotel perhaps is the only company in the region who's providing CPaaS, contact center as a service, and conversational AI in one cloud platform. And in UAE, we have this year we have launched natively our platform. In India, of course, we are market leaders and extremely good response. So that's what we are looking forward to engaging with. That's why we are here at Gitex also, to talk to customers and say what is their vision on customer engagement and how do we solve one problem at a time and automate for them.
Before I ask you customer-specific challenges, in between, I think last year there was a lot of talk around metaverse in CX space. How do you see that? Is it still there or it has fizzled out?
You know, so every technology has a hype cycle. I believe metaverse is somewhere beyond that hype of evolution, and then it is going down right now. I think there will be spaces, especially where you can integrate it with VR, where you can experience, let's say in real estate for example, experiencing a real estate property in metaverse is much better than looking at it on website. So wherever there was touch and feel, if you could bring in metaverse, that could optimize your cost and allow you to be in front of more customers. But in general, I don't think, for example, it will impact all places over the next 2-3 years, but definitely where automobile, real estate, wherever there's touch and feel, hospitality, I think metaverse will play a big role.
Now you said that in this region you have brought out a cloud platform where you have managed to marry both contact center as a solution along with AI. What benefits that it is bringing to the customers in this region?
Sure. There was a very interesting observation And like metaverse you talked about, AI also had a hype cycle, right? Everybody wanted to answer the question that what are you doing in AI? So it was basically a fear of missing out for the CIOs. People were experimenting, but I think we have seen genuine use cases coming in. A couple of examples are, so let's say you had a conversation with a customer on chat a while back, and now you're having a phone call. And all of us as consumers, whenever you call into a call center, they always greet you with, "Hi, my name is so and so from so and so company. How can I help you?" What if this conversation can change from what I just said to, "Hi Sanjay, is your AC working okay?" So I think the role of AI would be to get the context in front of the agent very fast. So AI can actually summarize with large language models. AI can summarize interactions very fast. So all the interactions that Sanjay has had with us in the past 1 month, I can summarize in a 50 words paragraph, which agent can now look and talk to you. And it already says that Sanjay bought an AC, there was a service request, somebody visited their office, they gave us a bad score. With that context, I can start my conversation with you, which is much better than me saying, "Hi Sanjay, I'm Sachin, how can I help you?" Which means I'm telling you I don't know nothing about you. So AI can help you know about the customer context, their emotion really well. That's one. Second, of course, for routine inquiries, LLMs are becoming very, very powerful. So having a natural conversation interface where a bot can answer simple queries for you. What is my account balance? Can you reschedule this? Right? Those kind of questions can be handled by the bot in a very natural language rather than press this button, press 1, press 2. You can actually have a natural conversation with the bot, and as soon as the bot is not able to handle, it can bring in a human being to augment it. So I think it will reduce the total cost per inquiry or total cost of customer service, but at the same time allow you to have a better experience for the end customer, and that's very unique. You can reduce cost and increase experience at the same time using AI.
Okay, on a very absolute number perspective, without having customer experience solutions or as a strategy within the organization, with the strategy and subscribing something from the cloud. As you grow, you subscribe to additional modules also. What is the difference in the cost? What is the how much the organizations reduce their investment?
So there are two ways to answer this question. The first is you look at, I was putting my own infra, own IT, and managing it over and amortizing it over, let's say, 4 to 5 years versus putting it in the cloud. The first simple answer is nobody knows what's going to happen in 5 years. So nobody is willing to spend capex. So it's not a question of is this better or not. There is no option but to stay on capex because you don't know where the technology will evolve in the next 2-3 years. But more interestingly, from a conversion or a cost to service standpoint, let's say if we are able to bring 10 to 15% of the voice interactions to chat, and let's say 30% of the chat interactions handled by bot, that's about 15 to 20% savings on cost of operations. And I'm not talking about IT infrastructure, which is a smaller percentage of the cost, but the total cost of operating the contact center or customer service. That is huge. If you're able to save 15-20% and show it as a ROI, that probably is the top of the mind board level discussion that can you increase customer experience and reduce cost by 15%. So that is where cloud is actually acting, because you can't do stuff like AI, stuff like bot, fast changes on a localized infrastructure. You don't know how many voice channels are required today. Today it might be 100 people on voice, tomorrow it might be only 20 people on voice and 80 people on chat. So how do you invest in that technology? So I think that changing landscape is pushing people to move to cloud, and then total cost of operations reduction because of use of AI is the motivation to stay on cloud.
Excellent, Sachin. You are pretty new to this region in Middle East. How do you see which are the vertical markets that are investing more on the customer experience? Because this traditionally this market has been very in-person meeting kind of relationship and conversion business. So what is your sense of this market and which are the verticals you are investing in?
Sure. So just to tell you, we have been present in the Middle East market now for a decade, but that was through our on-prem solutions. And the verticals that we were focusing at that point was real estate, banking, insurance, automobile. These were sort of the large ones. And then, of course, we are leaders in India in the digital natives business. So that is another area. So 95% of the digital natives in India are on Exotel platform today. But cloud is very recent, and earlier we used to do everything through system integrators and channel partners, but now we have put up our own infrastructure and our own direct sales team to be very close to customers. In the top verticals, real estate, BFSI, and then digital natives. Those are the three that we are targeting immediately. Automobiles is also on the radar, and then in terms of geography, UAE is the primary market right now, and by Q4 we plan to launch something in Saudi.
And what about use cases? How many use cases you have in each vertical industries?
So the primary use cases for us, sales, which means where inquiries are coming in and you are qualifying those inquiries before passing on to a field sales team. So sales is the first. After sales support, which is customer service. There's a very unique use case that Exotel solves, which is last mile delivery. So I'll just give you very quickly the problem. Let's say you have ordered something from noon, and the person is coming. Today that person has your phone number, right? That's sort of invasion of privacy. Can you make sure that you can connect the delivery boy with your family without sharing the number? So we solve that for India, and that's a last mile logistics problem, that without sharing the number, can you connect these two people? So that's the last mile delivery. And finally, in very unique cases, collections. Because collections also requires a lot of communication with the customer. So those are the four top use cases that we are solving for our customers.
Your customers are the contact center solution practice head, CIOs and CTOs. How should they go and subscribe or buy your solutions? Of course, they are pretty good in cloud. Are you available in other clouds, or you have got your own cloud where they can subscribe to?
So in UAE, we have put up our own local cloud in partnership with Do. And all you need to do is just send us a hi on the website, and we have a local team which will get in touch with you. We primarily focus on mid to large enterprises. For SMB, we even have a self-serve package. You can just go subscribe on your own and start using the product. But for large enterprises, we do extremely custom integrated solutions so that you fit into the workflow, and our sales team is here to help. Our consultants are here to help.
How much time does it take to provision end-to-end services? I need something. I want to provision very quickly because from tomorrow my products are on the floor. It's going, for sales, or any event is happening. Just I want to announce it. I need the backend to be ready.
So I'll tell you a very funny incident. We did a roundtable with CIOs, and we opened a browser-based interface for them, and we asked them all to design one call flow. And in 15 minutes to 20 minutes, all of them designed actually an IVR flow, and then all of it was live, real time, and they actually called those numbers and experienced those IVRs, and then the call came to them. So it can vary from as simple as this to as complex as let's get your ERP, CRM workflows integrated into our product, which will take about 8 to 12 weeks. But you can get started if you want to just handle calls and chats. You can get started in less than 24 hours.
What about interoperability with my legacy system? Because I'm a bank, I've got compliance, I need to be segregated, I need to have that silo of technology which I want to keep it as separate, but still I want to have customer experience as a service so that I can address.
So most banks and even government organizations here in the region prefer a private cloud kind of deployment. So they don't want their data to be shared. So we have a method to have segregated clouds or DMZ-based clouds, which are now connected to through firewall into your local systems. And those are the kind of implementations we specialize in. The public cloud is something that very small businesses use. Actually, most businesses would require this cloud infrastructure to be interoperating with a ERP, a core banking system, a CRM application that they have built over time, or new applications like Salesforce and Microsoft Dynamics, which are growing in popularity, and get them integrated into your system. So you can have private cloud deployments, you can have public cloud deployments. We even do hybrid deployments. So for example, if it is mandatory that the data cannot leave your data center, then we actually install on bare metals also and say that you own the infrastructure, you own the data center, We just bring in the software. This is usually done for large enterprises.
Sachin, final couple of questions. One is that as a CI or a CISO, my concern is what happens if my system goes down, there is any outage in the CX platform. How much time, who is going to support me? You are as a vendor. Do you have people in place or you have partners who will support me?
So first of all, let me give you an idea of scale that Exotel handles. Uh, just a couple of days back, we handled 26 million calls in one day on our platform. And this is with 99.995% reliability, including operator. So Exotel is actually built for scale. Even in UAE, we have had fallbacks, multiple data centers and DRs for all data that is coming and all applications that are running. So if you can trust anyone with your customer service or experience infrastructure, I think Exotel has the maximum scale after telcos in the whole region. There are practices in place for data security. So for example, if you want something like PCI DSS to be implemented on your platform, that is also available. Tie-ups with local data centers and then on-ground teams if required. But that's like seldom required, right? Given that the planning of the infrastructure is at that scale that we can handle. I talked about 26 million calls. The total number of interactions we handle in a day is 70 million interactions, including chat, every day. So at that scale, there are redundancies created in the application. The only dependency could be an operator, wherein today in this market, we are tied with both the operators. In India, we are tied with all the operators, right? So if there we have Tata, Airtel, Reliance, Jio. Here you have two, and if they go down or both of them go down, then there is no way out. But that's a very, very rare occasion, and that's only for calls. But all other mediums, chat, WhatsApp, everything continues to function at 99.995% reliability.
So, final one, any new product or new model that you are creating?
This is something our CEO Shivku announced just yesterday, so I'll probably use this platform to share it with the audience. See, what is the missing piece in customer conversations today? And we call it the context engine. How do you bring the context of the conversation? When I say context, what is the state of the mind of the customer? What is the intent of the customer? What has been the history with that customer? If you can bring that to the agent, to the routing engine, to other applications very fast, I think you can create tremendous value, because as consumers, the only frustration we have with the business is you don't know me, you don't understand me. I have been to your shop, but you don't know about this. If you can bring all this context very fast in front of an agent, and we are calling it context engine, so this will be available across all our products. Most likely this will be called the context data platform and not the customer data platform. So the context data platform, I think, is a game changer. We are very excited to launch it. We are doing early pilots. If any of you are interested, write to us and we'll show how that works. But that's very unique. Just to give you an example of how it will work, let's say I have sent you an SMS that your delivery is due at this time. Then you send me a chat message that I have received the delivery. Now, even if I'm not integrated to any of your systems, using AI, I'm able to identify that you have ordered something, it was delivered and so rate, and you complained at so date. And I can actually put it in front of the agent just because you sent the SMS through me. So that is what we are calling the context data platform. And with that, we believe that businesses can talk to their consumers like friends, because friends always have the context. Why you like talking to your friends? Because you think they get you, they know you. Businesses will also start getting customers with the context data platform. That's what we are trying to build.
All right, Sachin, thank you very much for sharing your experience, your learnings around the customer experience and how tech is enabling it, the entire process. So, thank you.
And thank you for the opportunity. I hope you have a good event, and anything on customer engagement, want to have a conversation, talk to us. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Mr. Sachin Bhatia, CGO and co-founder for Exotel. If you have any query around your customer experience platform, if you want to migrate from your legacy systems to a very modern and agile platform, you can drop a mail to him or you can write to me. My email ID will be given at the end of this conversation. Thank you for watching this episode of Gitex Space.